Good morning, Flowcadamates. Today is Wednesday, March 30th, and this ends Q1 already. But next week on April 6th at 11 a.m. Pacific, there's been a time change. We are going to start Q2-22. We'll get to meet all of our new Flowcadamates. We'll get to see our old friends, and it's going to be a great day. We're going to introduce the class schedule for next quarter. And if you want to take a look ahead of time, go to flowcademy.com and you're going to see a little button on the homepage that says 12-week program. You can click on that button and you can download the class schedule for next quarter. It's going to be a really great time. So today we're going to talk about a 30, 60, and 90-day plan. And we're going to also talk about goal setting. So we are going to learn how to create some great goals. And I'm sure that many of you are already very familiar with goal setting through using the SMART process. Any hands out there? I see Sandy. I see Carol. Awesome. Cool. These are goals that a lot of people use, or goal process that a lot of people use. We're going to also discuss the power of a 30, 60, 90-day plan. For those of us that joined us for the book club and read Who Not How, we saw in the second part of the book the importance of doing things in a 90 kind of day block. And so we are going to create our own 30-day, 60-day, and 90-day plan for next quarter. And we're going to use that as an accountability tool. And it's going to be a very, very important part of how we go through the process next quarter. So I love this saying, a goal without a plan is really just a wish. And this holds so true, especially for me. I remember my first year in real estate 20 plus years ago. I thought, hey, here's how much money I want to make this year. And that was just sort of as far as it went. And I realized at the end of the year that, yeah, I did a pretty good job in making a pretty good salary, but I didn't quite make the goal that I had planned on. So I put into place a goal setting and business planning process that really allowed me to pencil out what my year was going to look like and how I was going to get there. And actually, on my second year, I made my goal. And I really liked the way that it worked. And over all of these years, my process of creating my business plan has changed significantly. But the principles are always there. And that's what's important. The process is always there. And it's always built around my goals. So we're going to talk about that today. What we want to do is we want to put together a little mini business plan that we can use for the next 90 days. And it's going to help move us to the next point in our business. So goals help to push us forward. They keep us moving, especially, and the important part is keeping them in front of them all of the time. Defining the success is also very important. When we reach a goal, we need to really acknowledge that and see how it worked for us, and if we need to make any adjustments when we make our next set of goals. They also hold us accountable. And what we are going to be doing next quarter is we are going to kind of put ourselves into some smaller accountability pods. And these pods are going to help us keep each other accountable, not just in our business and our personal life, but also with the goals and the plans that we put together, 30, 60, 90-day plans for next quarter. It also is kind of a measuring stick, and we can use our goals to see how we're progressing and what the measurement is for the goals that we put forward for us for whatever period of time that we are working with. And it also informs our action, and goals really are the things that keep our action going. Now, we can set a goal, but we also have to set an action plan that allows us and tells us how we're going to achieve and make that goal. Goals also set our priorities. What we are putting together is, this is what I want to do in the next period of time, and following those goals will help to get us there. It's also a good communicating tool, not just for us, but it's also communicating to those, the plans that we have for our goals, to those that we're accountable with. So really, it's a really, really good way to communicate what our goals are and where it's going to take us in our business. Tracking, also important. We need to track and see where we are in attaining our goals, and see what steps we maybe need to put into place, or maybe make some adjustments to get us to where we want to be. Recognizing progress is really important. When I reach my goal, I set aside, like, I have some kind of a little something that I award myself with or reward myself with. It might be a new computer, which is what my next goal is going to be giving me. It might be a trip somewhere. It might be something, but putting a little something in place for when I reach this goal, I get this, helps to keep the accountability and the motivation there as well. So goals do help us motivate, not just what you're going to get from it, but what you are able to give to others and how it is really helping your business. So a lot of people have mentioned that they use SMART goals. So I just want to go through the process. If it's something that you're not familiar with, this might be something new for you. If you know the SMART process, it's just going to be a review. So in setting goals, we want to make sure that things are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. So the first one is specific. Okay, I'm going to take a goal. I want to close 4 deals. That's my goal. I want to close 4 deals. Okay, is it specific? I want to close 4 deals. That's pretty specific. So let's say that we are set with that part of it. Measurable. So I have this idea that I want to close 4 deals, but it's not measurable because I haven't said, when is that going to happen? What does that look like? What do these closings look like? Am I going to be representing buyers, sellers, combination of both? So I really want it to be measurable so that I know when I get there that I've accomplished that goal. Is it attainable? So for me, if I was going to say I want to close 4 deals in the next 60 days, I would need to have the pipeline for that, which I currently do. I would need to know where my clients are to actually close those deals. And so as I look at the next 60 days, I'm thinking that I can maybe even push it a little bit and close 5 deals. So I'm going to look at where I am, look at where I think I can go. And I also want to push myself a little bit. For me, a goal is something to really work towards. So I'm going to change it now. Now that I'm looking at attainable, I'm going to say I want to close 5 deals within 60 days. Is it relevant? Yeah, it's my business. So is it relevant with the way the market is going right now? Is it relevant within my business plan? It is. So at this point, it is relevant. And time bound, this is important. I want to close 2 buyers, 3 sellers within the next 60 days. Now I have my time, where the time is going to be, it's time bound. So I've hit specific 5 deals, measurable within 6 months. Did I say 6 or 3? I think I said 3. Within 3 months. Is it attainable? Yes. Is it relevant? Yes. Time bound? Yes. So I've hit all of the things. Now, the next piece that's really important is what's my plan to get to my goal? So I've got my goal. Now I need to build the plan. And that's what business planning is all about. And in the next 90 days, that's what we are going to use as we put together our plan for the next 30, 60, 90 days. Okay, so we're going to put together our goals. We're going to create a 30, 60, 90-day plan. And what this does for us by doing these plans is it really spotlights, especially when we have this short amount of time, it's really highlighting high-level priorities that we have for the next days. It's going to put together actionable items for us to look at to maintain our goals. And it's going to provide the metrics that we need to really succeed in our plans for 30, 60, 90 days. So here's the homework. We're jumping right in with homework because this is going to be homework that's going to be for real. And we really want to see this homework. We're going to give you an email address to send your plans to, but it's something that's really important as we move into Q2. We've learned all the process in Q1. Now we're going to really put it to work. So the first thing we want to do is we want to create at least one personal and one professional short-term goal that we're going to be able to accomplish within the next 30 days. So this is a little goal. We have a short amount of time to accomplish this goal. Something personal. Personal is so important. Maybe it's taking a weekend trip. Maybe it's taking a class for self-improvement. Maybe it's doing something with the family, something that's going to give you some personal gain and give you a personal goal for the next 30 days. Then we also need one professional short-term goal. This might be, I want to close 1 deal, or maybe I have somebody that I really want to work on to get them to kind of flip them from being kind of a contact to a real client. So it's one short-term professional goal. Step number 2 is to do the same thing. Now we're looking at kind of a midterm goal. So this is going to be for the next 60 days So the next 2 months, one personal goal, one professional goal. Personal might be, you know what, I go to the gym 2 days a week. I really want to build that up. I'm going to now start going 4 days a week. So we have now 2 months to accomplish that goal. Professional might be something that maybe a process that we want to get into place. Maybe we want to bring an assistant on. It's going to give us 60 days to complete and finalize those 2 goals. And then the third step is our 90-day plan. Again, one personal, one professional goal that we can accomplish in the next 90 days. So this is going to give us 3 months to really work to accomplish this goal. So we've got a total of 6 goals that we're going to put together. What I like to do, I like to take a sheet of paper and I like to put 30 days, a couple of lines, 60 days, a couple of lines, 90 days. And I put down what my goal is, and then I write down, here's how I plan to get there. So what we want you to do, this is homework that we are going to look at and will maybe correct. We want A's on everything. But what we want you to do is write down your 30, 60, 90-day goals, email them to info@flowacademy.com by April 4th. So that's 2 days before class. And we want you to email them to us so that we can have a look at them. And then we'll help you through them to make sure that they meet all the criteria for a SMART goal and that we are in a place that we're going to be able to really implement these. Now, Inflow at Flow Academy does go to 3 people, and I want you to know exactly who's going to see these goals. It's going to be Rick, it's going to be Nicole, and it's going to be me. So we are the only people that are going to see these goals until we move into our pods, and then we will ask you to share them with the other Flow Academates that are within your pod. So these goals, as I mentioned, are going to be used in our 30-minute coaching sessions, which we will be starting next quarter. And we are going to take the entire group of Flow Academates that just graduated. We're going to break you into small groups, and these are going to be our accountability pods, and they are going to be your pod mates. And this group of people are going to meet every single week. We will work together to create a time that's going to work for everybody. And we are going to be committed to meeting every single week. And part of that meeting is going to be some coaching, which is going to be some group coaching, which I think is going to be important. We're going to use a lot of the class that we have on the Wednesday before. That will be a part of what we coach. And then it's going to also be keeping track of our 30, 60, 90-day plans. We really want to be there so that you can achieve these goals. So make the goals something that you really, really want to make happen, and know that you're going to have the support of your podmates and your coach to really help that happen. So congratulations. We are at the end of our Q1. You guys have been so awesome. This has been a really fun quarter, and we have so much to thank you for participating and really making this successful. So congratulations to the class of Q1-22. Our Flow Academates have been the best.